Hi, I'm Christina Applegate.
And I'm Jamie-Lynn Sigler.
And this is
Messy.
Hi, everyone. It's messy out there.
Here it is.
And I'm Christina.
And I'm Jamie.
And today, puts the bow on a very beautiful package for me personally, with my family. The family that I was chosen for me, but ended up being the people that raised me. And so this is the perfect bow. And we are so excited to have my brother, David Faustino, on today. Welcome.
Whoop, whoop.
Welcome, buddy.
Welcome to Messy.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. I'm digging the show. I just listened to Ed and Katie. It's funny because I was listening to Ed's in the car today. I listened to Katie's like a week or so ago. And as I'm listening, I'm like 20 minutes in, who calls me?
Oh, wow.
Is it Eddie?
Oh, I'm listening. And I had to deny the call because I knew if I picked up, I might be on for 90 minutes. So
Hours.
Hours. I love it so much.
Which I was going to say, because we were joking about it, and Ed's totally fine. Like, Eddie didn't want to stop the recording. Like, we were at the end of it, and we're like, so thank you so much. And he was like,
right.
wait, we're done?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we're done. It's been now actually over an hour, and we only have an hour show. So but it's great, because that man can pontificate in the best of them.
I could have listened to his stories for hours. Sounds like now he would be willing to.
It probably seemed like 5 minutes for him,
Totally.
He was like, what? We started? We started already?
Oh, I know. Do you get those calls from Eddie and you're like, it does last for like 2 hours at least?
Oh, yeah. My wife will be like, we'll be like in the middle of something. She'll be like, don't answer.
It's the best conversations, but it's a commitment conversation.
Right.
And Eddie, we love you for that. I'm sure you're not listening because I'm sure you don't listen to podcasts, but I love you and I do love our phone calls. But
they always are great. I mean, I always have laughs when I talk to him. I mean, he just cracks me up and he's a great storyteller, as he was on your podcast, on you guys' podcast. Great stories.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get into, I think we've talked about, no, we haven't on here, or I don't know, how you and I began.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
How did we begin?
God. Yeah.
You got to tell the story. It's your story to tell right now.
Well, you mean like from the very, very get-go, the very beginning?
The day we met.
Yeah. Well, the way I remember it, because you remember I was just about to turn 13. So I was like, this is what I remember. Yeah, I was just about to turn 13. So like, I remember we were at was it Fox or the Fox lot for the network? The network reading. I guess it was Fox. I'm assuming it was Fox. It was on Fox. But anyway,
and no one knew what Fox was, so I don't think they had a building.
Right.
They might not have.
I think it was on the 20th lot, and I had auditioned a bunch of times because I auditioned originally. I don't know if you did. I originally auditioned when they hired the other two kids to play our role, and I don't even think I got like a call back. I just But in the meantime, I had switched agents, and my new agent was like, "Yeah, I got this show called Married with Children." And my mom was like, "Oh, he already read on that." She's like, just get in on there anyway. We'll see what happens.
Wow.
Yeah, and so then I got to the network audition, and I remember, it was like 3 buds, 3 boys, right, and 3 Kellys, I think, something like that, 3 or 4 of each of us. And they do that horrible thing where they mix and match you. Okay, now you come in with him, and you come in and read with you, and it's just. But at 13 years old, it's like if I had to do that, whenever I have to do something even close to that now, my anxiety level is just like shoots through. But at 13, it's kind of like
it's fun.
I had been doing it my whole life. It was just second nature, and it was no big deal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're so right.
That's how it was for me. It was weird. Now, yeah. So I remember Christina came in. Her head was half shaved, so it was like she had like this half full hair, this half was like completely shaved off, and I just remember your mom, and I was, I wanted it. Put it this way, I wasn't like nervous to do the reading part, but I wanted the show. Like I really wanted it. I had worked my whole life up into that point and done like a lot of work as a kid. but I had never booked a series, and I always had this dream of booking a series. Like I had done movies and all kinds of stuff. I just never, and so I was like, I want this because I was already sold at that point. We already knew it was going to series. I had done pilots, and so I just had this like deep desire to do it. And I remember I do remember this when you and I went in together. Like I don't remember any of the other girls I read with. Put it that way.
I don't think you did, Dave. Are you sure you read with other girls? Because
the story's
I'm going to give my little part of the thing.
Yeah, please do.
When I got the script, when it was originally, before the other two kids, I was like, this is toilet humor, and I refuse to audition for this. So I never auditioned for it.
Of the city.
Yeah, I was on like a cop drama. I was like, this is where I belong. But this toilet humor is beneath me.
We're so like...
I was such an ass.
Totally. I was like, can we just enjoy this? It's called a comedy.
I was like, and then they did the pilot with the other two kids and decided that wasn't the right fit and begged me to come in to read with just you. So you were already like
the guy.
I think you were the guy. So I only read with you.
Oh, you know what it was? They flew I know what it was. Okay, now I remember. There was one other guy there. They flew him out from New York. One other kid. I don't know if you had to read with him or not.
I did not have to read with anyone else. They were like,
God,
you are reading with this kid because this is what we think is the deal.
Understood. Well, this kid, I remember like it was yesterday. As we're leaving, it's me and my mom and this kid from New York who they flew out and his mom, and we both end up in the elevator on the way down together. And I remember him going to his mom. He goes, Mom, if I don't get it, can I still have a sip of champagne in the hotel room?
No.
Oh.
I was like, and in my little actory brain.
Early onset alcoholism, fantastic.
Yeah, totally. And in my little brain, I was thinking like, what does that mean? Does that mean he might get it, or they told him that he does it? Like, I was like trying to put it together, like
right.
we do.
Of course.
Yeah. So anyway, by the time we got home, those were the days of answering machines. By the time I got home, we had a message already from my agent going, "You're the new plan." Yeah,
you were already theirs. So I hope that you know that regardless of like them going through the motions of other kids for Bud, you were it. So it was done in their minds. But of course they can't tell you that. But I hope you just like feel that like I was the one.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So,
I mean, Mark Hirschfeld was a brilliant guy, right? I mean, he told the story because I heard the story Ed told. I mean, Mark, being that he's the casting director, by the way, for the show, to see Ed doing Lenny, right, and Of Mice and Men,
right,
and to be like, that's Al Bundy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty genius stuff, right there.
Yeah, it's a creative mind for sure.
By the way, I have to tell you, Jamie, I'm a giant fan. Like seriously.
Oh,
like,
that's
I was
so
like,
nice.
I'm nervous today. Should I
Likewise. That's so nice of you to say.
Fan.
Thank you.
I've watched you in many things, but of course I probably watched The Sopranos like in its full run like 3 or 4 times all the way through.
Wow.
I run lines with my friends, like we'll be texting each other just out of the blue, and like it'll be like an apropos moment for a line that came from, it's just like it's wild. Yeah, I mean
that's
brilliant.
Really cool.
I mean, from the writing to you guys, to the casting, to just everything about it was just so fucking good. I just thought it was.
Thank you.
Well,
what it was just this perfect divine alchemy. It was a perfect mix of people in the right space in the right time, and you guys sound like you had a very similar experience.
Exactly. I think on in a different sort of in a genre.
Yeah.
You guys with drama and us with, although your show was fucking hilarious at times. I mean,
it was, I watched it for the first time in COVID. I never actually watched it. And the thing I was surprised at most was how funny it was.
Oh man, I think a lot of people don't get, people who haven't really sat down to take it in, don't really get it. But I mean, I've laughed my ass off, like full belly laughs watching that show. Is it Dominic? Sorry to fan out here for a second, guys. I just have to.
Not at all.
Is Dominic Chianese? Is that how you say his name?
Dominic Chianese?
Chianese.
Uncle Junior?
Uncle Junior. He's brilliant. He makes me laugh.
He was so incredibly funny on the show, yet one of the most brilliant dramatic actors as well.
I know, he's a Broadway guy.
Everybody played it. So, I think a lot to do with, same with Married with Children. Like, you let these characters think the way they thought, speak the way they speak, with no, like, it was just an honest portrayal of a type of person, or, a type of people. And that's that with that, you could do powerful storytelling and like be really funny.
Oh man, so
and that's what
funny.
You guys were. You guys were like
so brutally dramatic.
Nothing like was on TV.
Yeah. But I heard you and Katie's podcast, the one that she did the guest spot here, tell her that you were a big Married with Children fan. So I was like, well, I'm gonna fan out on Jamie when I see her. I already know nice. She's a fan of her.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, I'll be done with my Sopranos group.
I loved the conversation.
This is just a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I may fan out one or two more times then.
You can. You're very much allowed to. But I was going to say, like, I want your, like, I mean, a lot of the 11 years that we spent there, I don't really remember that much. I remember significant things, but I don't remember, like, I don't know. I know what my experience was being young and doing this. And you were, you're not that much younger than me, motherfucker. So
I'm not, right?
No,
I'm
you're
only
not.
like
2 years younger than me. Yeah.
2 years, 2 and a half. All right.
Okay, fine. Dave.
Yeah.
But we had to go
accurate.
to we had not only had to work together.
Oh my God.
We had to go to school together.
Oh,
that was a whole other.
Yeah, Rob and I did too. Yeah, it's very intimate. You're always together.
Hence why I got a GED in the 11th grade. But I love you, Dave, but I had to go.
You need to get out of there.
I partied with Robert one night, actually, in Mexico, believe it or not. Back in my party days. We'll get to that later. Because they were so long ago. Yeah, going to school together was that was kind of like a weird thing, right? Just the whole setup. Well, first of all, let me set up the thing. So it was we were at the Sunset Gower lot on the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Gower, right there in Hollywood.
Yeah.
it's
And
in the name.
There was a lot of television that was going on there at the time. What did she say?
Hence, it's in the name. I love you.
Yes, it's in the name. And at the time, Who's the Boss? You remember Who's the Boss?
Yeah,
Tony
of
Danza?
course.
So Who's the Boss was already there, and I was already a huge fan of the show. And I had like a giant crush on Alyssa Milano, of course, like every other dude, who was out there. But I had I'd gotten to meet her like out and about because the show had just started. But then we all ended up going into the same building to go to school together. Do you remember that? And they were like 2 doors down from us, her and Danny Pintaro, and you and I in the other room. And like, so I had this horrifically painful crush, like debilitating, couldn't speak, like blah, blah, like mouth fell apart. It was really bad. So I was going through all that while trying to go to school. I had zits all over my face and shit. Like I was a mess, a total mess.
You were growing up.
Yes, I was.
In front of the fucking world, kid.
Yeah.
In front of the fucking
it's intense.
As we all know on this.
It's
everybody knows
intense.
on this show. We all know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm. I think one time you actually almost lunged across the desk to punch me.
I don't remember that part.
It was like, I was like, I think we need to be separated because I loved you so much. We loved each other so much, but it was like in the school and like that school environment, people don't really realize that, we are working a gajillion hours a day, but then we also have to go to school.
Yes.
And if you don't get good grades, you don't get to work. Mm-hmm. So like you're working even harder to be a good student. But man, we brother-sistered sometimes in those rooms, man.
We did. And it wasn't a really big room that we were in.
No, it was tiny, bro.
We were in a tiny little room.
Yeah.
So soon enough, Christina bounced out. She's like, I've had enough of this.
I did.
And then
I took my GED. I was like,
yeah, when you had brought your teacher over, she brought her teacher from her previous job, Heart of the City, right? Is that what I'm saying?
I think so.
Heart of the City. I can't remember. Yeah,
it was Heart of the City.
You brought your other teacher over, and we, and then, I don't know, for whatever reason, my mom and I decided that after Christina left, we were like, we'll try a different teacher. And there's 2 funny stories to this. One is Your mom wasn't happy about that. You weren't happy about that because even though you were gone, you still wanted her to have the job and be around, right?
She was a nutter butter.
This relationship.
She was a nutter butter.
She was a nutter butter. She was a total nutter butter.
A lovable nutter butter?
A lovable nutter butter.
So Christina's mom was pissed off at my mom for quite some time, but she had the last laugh because we hired this dude that we just assumed was like, was a stand-up dude, and Joe, I'll say his name because the fact that guy, I think he's still actually working as a studio teacher.
Okay, but, we might bleep that one, but go ahead.
That's fine, whatever. This guy we hired, my mom and I, he came recommended, but anyway, he turned out this guy was, by the way, I was only like 15 at this point that we hired him, and it's not going to get that weird. It's not where you think I'm going with it. But he
wasn't
he was
diddling.
Okay. No, there's none of that. But he was sitting around while we were like doing note sessions.
Oh my God.
Do you remember?
I forgot about this. Go. Tell it. This is fucking
he's
nuts.
Sitting there and he's all like, we just assumed, and I'm a student, I'm assuming like he's working on a school syllabus. He's working on school plans. He's writing reports. He's doing what he's supposed to be. He's doing his job. What he was doing back there the entire time was writing a book about everything he saw and heard. And he saw and heard it all. Like we were in a rehearsal. So we would be, the first 3 days of the week, we would be in this tiny little rehearsal hall. I mean, so we were all together.
Like not
in
on
one
the stage?
No, not on the stage for the first 3 days. We were all in just one room. And so everybody heard everything, every story, everything. And Joe was just back there sucking it up, like, and he was writing down every fucking detail, and then had the nerve to. The funny thing about the book, when it finally came out, I think it's called like Hollywood Teen Star Tells All. He was doing this while we were doing schoolwork. While we were doing schoolwork.
Get in trouble? Was there no legal action that could have been taken?
I feel like you tried. Because it was focused a lot on you. Because he spent more time with you, I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Am I getting that wrong, or am I making up like a different story?
I think what happened was, and I really think this is what happened, because it was, and then I'm not saying if it was well written, I would say it was so poorly written. Here's a book written about me. You couldn't get like in a chapter. Like it was just so horrible. And we all got the same advice, which was, if you try to fight this and this gets wind, because this was, the show was in its heyday, it's going to sell him books and it's going to become something.
Yeah.
Let this die off on the fucking shelf where it will never be seen again. And that's exactly what happened.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, now we're promoting it, and now I kind of want to buy it if it's still available on eBay. Because I don't think I ever read it.
That's crazy.
But here's the final story. I'll leave it at this. So years later, do you remember Jerry Cohen, the director?
Yeah, of course.
So our director, Jerry, one of our directors, he was this boisterous, like, he was just this funny, like, boisterous dude, and very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Aggressive. So we all hated him after this. So years later, I was working with Jerry on another show, one of Ron's shows called The Help. It was we did 6 episodes of this show, and Joe happened to be working on the same lot in a motorhome, and he had on it. Well, Jerry comes up. He goes, "Faustino," you know how he is. Come over here. I'm like, well, what's going on? What did I do? He said, "Come over here." We walk. He like slams open the stage door, walks over to this motorhome, and on it says, "Joe, studio teacher." And without even missing a beat, he goes, "Wah, wah, wah, wah," and just bangs on the door. And Joe opens, and we're all standing there. It's me and Kitty and Jerry and all these people. And he's just like, he doesn't know what to say. And I was like, this is a perfect moment. And then we get the father and the student of the kid, the child actor and the student were there. And I go, I wasn't as like crazy as Jerry was. Jerry was like ready to like get in the ring. I was like, I just want you to know that this man that's teaching your son here that you're spending, he's spending all this time with is, not a good guy. And I gave him the rundown. He's like, oh, really? And Joe was literally like red as a beet.
He couldn't even say anything.
You couldn't say shit. You couldn't say shit.
God.
Which is the kind of fucking just the pussy he was anyway. It was It was crazy, man. It was wild, but it was a great like final moment,
Yeah.
I love that for you. I didn't know that story. And to
Yeah,
add to
Jerry.
that,
It was to Jerry Cohen.
Jerry Cohen, who it's okay if I say this, I'm sure. Jerry, I'm sorry if I say this, and it's not defamation because it was one of the best like moments of an adult tantrum I've ever seen in my life. We were filming in London, and Jerry wanted this like 8-paged scene to be done with a steady cam in one shot
I remember
along
that.
the Thames. Okay, along the Thames.
By the way, it was video. Okay, it was video.
Right.
Horrible video that wasn't film.
It's a fucking sitcom. Like we're not doing Scorsese here. Come on, guys.
I just spilled all over me.
I love that for him, that he wanted this thing, and it was choreographed, and there was like 5 people walking, and then there's like benches, and there's like all this shit. And anytime anyone would fuck up a line, we'd have to go all the way back.
Oh my God.
So finally, he like lost his shit and like threw a chair and then hid under a table. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he laid down. He laid down on the Thames, just laid there, wouldn't move for like 5 minutes. People were like, "Is he gonna move? What's going on?"
Oh,
Like,
it's so good.
it was hilarious. It was.
It's Married with Children. Why are we doing like a steady cam?
It was for
one
his
shot?
real.
It's a one-shot steady cam for Married with Children in
so
England.
Funny. God, oh man,
not even on the 20th lot in England.
Oh yeah, and the 3 episodes. It was a 3-part episode that we did there. Not the funniest episodes by any means, and they looked like somebody took a video, like a video cam, and just went to England to shoot like their friends. It looked so bad.
Oh my God, I have to look this up. Support for Messy comes from Magic Spoon. Have you heard of Magic Spoon? First of all, my kids picked it out themselves in the grocery store because the packaging was so bright and colorful and exciting. And what's even better and exciting for me is I'm giving them cereal, Magic Spoon, that makes high protein, 0 sugar cereal and treats that have been reinvented from our childhood nostalgia, the boxes that we loved to devour because of whether it was the cover or the taste. And now we are covered in all the ways as kid and mom. Every serving of Magic Spoon's high-protein cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of net carbs. They come in all of these nostalgic flavors like fruity, cocoa, my personal favorite, frosted. They also have treats. Like I said, Magic Spoon's high-protein treats are crispy, they're crunchy, they're airy, and they're an easy way to get 12 grams of protein on the go, which we're all trying to find ways to do. They come in mouth-watering flavors like marshmallow, chocolate peanut butter, and dark chocolate. Both are great on the go. They're great for pre or post-workout or as a midnight snack. I know I was saying it's for the kids, but let's be real, it's really for us. So get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/messy or look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store like me. That's magicspoon.com/messy for $5 off.
Oh my God, what about Light the Torches?
Light the Torches. That was a great moment. You want to tell it?
No, I want you to tell it. This is your interview, not my interview.
Well, we had this, here's the other thing is we were these huge, at the time we were big TV stars back in America, but it hadn't really come out to London yet. So we were used to being treated like, we were used to being stars out here. And we get out there, like nobody knew who the fuck we were. There was no like royal treatment at all. There was no red carpet, anything. They were just like, who are these fucking weirdos like out here? We had another one of these like masterpiece shots with all these townsfolk. Basically, they were like chasing us into like a town square to kill us. I don't remember the setup. It was all these like town folks people, and they were like, and so we'd shot what? I don't know how many takes, like
too many.
Several takes of this thing. We got tons of extras, maybe 100 extras or something, and then finally we get through like 3 takes, and we hear what's the poor stage manager. Light the torches. Like they never had the torches lit the entire time. They're supposed to be holding these like Is that the story you're talking about?
Yes, but I think it was because we had to keep redoing it. They had to keep turning everyone around again. So if something got fucked up, because it was one shot, one cam.
Oh my God, another one?
Hundreds of people. And we'd get to the end, something would be fucked up, and our stage manager was just like totally dejected as a human being at this point. He'd just be like,
totally.
light the torches. Light the torches. I think about that like often because it makes me laugh because it's like life.
Wow.
Like, oh fuck, here we go again. Light the torches.
Light the torch.
Yeah, totally. You talked about a moment. Oh, you talked about a moment with Ed that I actually have the same thought about. You talked about the scene where we said, kids, we've eaten before, but we've never really eaten. But you were saying it was the scene where we were out to dinner. It was actually when Steve was staying with us because of his beard, and Marcy kicked him out, and he was cooking us all those home-cooked meals. And we were like eating, and he's like, kids, we've eaten before, but we've never. I don't know why that line made me laugh, but it was the way he said it was genius.
There's a lot of. I mean, you have a better memory with everything than I did because I kind of checked out after a while. You know me, I checked out, but
right.
I checked out of the whole fucking thing because I didn't like what was happening. Not the show, but like just for me personally, I didn't want the attention, but I remember I didn't really go out much. I didn't do the thing.
Yeah, no, you didn't actually.
I didn't go out and I didn't do the thing. You did. So I want to know like what, I mean, I know these questions, I know the answers to these, but our listeners, like, what was that? First of all, we didn't have no cell phones, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody had no camcorders.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so we could go out and get away with all sorts of things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you went in.
Yeah, I mean, if it had been in the cell phone era in my time, I mean, I would have probably been arrested, and but it's also a different time. I mean, you didn't have to be 21 if you were famous, you could get in, and even if you weren't back then, like a fake ID, you're like, hey, here's my ID. Okay, come on in. Like, it's not like that anymore. They go to jail for that shit. So it's like, it was just, put it this way, we had a lot of fun. I mean, I wasn't doing anything like, well, it was that 2-year period where I was hanging out with you remember those guys, right?
Yeah.
But I want to acknowledge for a minute before you continue that, like, to be that young, and like, I remember it, like, even though I was more 17, 18 when Sopranos started airing, like, any nightclub owner in the city would let me in, give me and my friends drinks.
Yeah.
Like, I was too young for that by law. And there's a reason there that's law. You really shouldn't be doing that type of thing till you can be more responsible. So when you're getting thrown that shit when you're very young, doing things you're not supposed to do when you're young, like, that's a lot. So I just want to acknowledge that before you continue.
Well, especially with both of our shows, mine being like the kind of crass, crude, like hard-hitting show that, they loved in New York, especially. Your show being The Sopranos, it was New York. So it's just like, that was just like the golden ticket that we had.
I got treated like I was the Mafia Don's daughter. Do you know what I mean? That's how people would treat me. Yeah.
I don't feel like for myself, I don't feel like I got preferential treatment so much in life. I think that these kids today, and that's what I was asking about being a child actor, is because I feel like they're fucking so coddled now and so praised and coddled and stuff. And
you mean within the industry?
With their parents, within the industry, and like that they're like they're more of a commodity than an artist. And I feel like, Dave, you and I we were also on a show where we were the black sheep of a network and kind of not really embraced in that way. I never felt like I was treated any differently. I felt like you and I had to be the adults in our families. So let's just say that. So you see where I'm going here?
You can get treated differently than who?
These younger actors now, it's like, with their, I don't know, their selfies and their fucking whatever they're doing. And like everyone takes care of them and they have like a team and stuff.
Right.
We didn't have no team.
It's so much
yeah.
more
They're
about
a mom.
image and your brand than it is just being an actor.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, no, we didn't have to worry about that back then, which I'm glad, man. It's just too much pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. Yeah.
We kind of
But
raised ourselves, buddy. A
yeah,
little.
our mothers tried, as hard as they could.
I'm
It
sure.
was tough for them. Yeah.
No, God bless.
Once that power, there's a power, what's the word I'm looking for? Power dynamic that shifts. It's like, especially with a boy and a man, right? You have my dad, who was this like strict disciplinarian, all my life, and then all of a sudden, I'm making, hundreds of times more money than he's making a week, and I think, that also plays into if you're not a strong parent, that can, like, my dad was all about machismo. Am I saying that right? And sort of like, so when that was taken away from him, I don't think he knew how to, like, let's see, how do I handle this situation?
Or like, how could he still be the alpha or like the dad if you were making more money? It's
Right.
it challenged it. Yeah.
I'll tell you how, a good beating once in a while. You finally
Dave.
My dad was why. My dad was, Raggio.
It was a different time.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And then on the opposite side, you had
Okay. My mom.
My girl. Your girl. Our girl.
My mom?
Yeah.
I just got some, she loves cherry blossoms. I just got her cherry blossoms.
Oh.
Right here, I'm going to do her.
Okay,
her
now
date.
I'm going to start crying. So you guys have to talk first.
Aw.
Because now I'm upset because I love
I got my
that
dad
woman.
over here. I got my mom over here. Anyway, yeah, I miss my mom was the greatest. Like, she was a kind woman, and she wasn't, like, of course she was a stage mom because that's what she was. But
Sure.
she was really, I mean, I think it was one of the reasons, because she was loved. I mean, I remember Katie pulling me aside one day, and I'll still remember. I was probably like, I don't know, 15, 16. She goes, D, they always call me D, you got a good mom. I mean, you just got a really good mom. She said that, and I'd hear that a lot, and she was a great mom. It was tough when she left, which is why, I mean, I'd always been a bit of a, a partier. Was always, liked to party and have a good time. But when she died, I like went over the fucking deep end. I went off the deep end because she, I was extremely close with her. We traveled the world together. We went, I mean, I still think about the trip we took to Israel. That was one of the greatest trips
The
ever.
four of us.
Yeah, my mom, Christina's mom, we went and we traveled the countryside. We went everywhere. We ate at the greatest restaurants. We met the greatest people. We had the Mossad, like, as our fucking body, taking us everywhere. Like, it was a great, and we had a great. So what I'm saying is those kind of things I got to do with my mom since I was 3 months old. Like, when I came out of the womb, that's when I started working. We traveled all over the world, and so when she died, I was a fucking wreck for a while. Not to mention, she also coddled me and did everything for me. So she left me like holding now what? Taxes? What are those? Bills?
Okay. I have to say this before we can, like, I had the pleasure of, my kid was in school with Dave's nephew, and like soccer lessons.
Oh, that's right.
Kay was there with her grandson. So I got to have that in my adult life, to be with Kay twice a week. Like, I love Kay with all of my heart. Like, I was like, I wish I had a Kay. Sorry, Mom. I just wish I had a Kay. I wanted a Kay.
Great.
She is.
Kay was something
But Kay was
special.
pretty special. And now I'm going to cry again. I'm so grateful I got to have that time with her as an adult.
I know. You almost got me tearing up, but I haven't cried about my mom in over probably like 9 months now.
I'm sorry, buddy.
No, it's okay.
You both sounded really lucky to have each other. You were road dogs, like you said, from day one.
She was my road dog, and she went a rough way. I mean, she got Alzheimer's. That's a fucking horrific way.
I'm so sorry.
So, watching someone that's like that become that is rough, real rough. But here we are, and I couldn't mourn it, I mean, it took getting sober.
Mm,
Segue, I like that segue.
Yeah.
It took
it was
getting
fantastic.
I
sober
didn't know if you
for
wanted to
me.
talk about that, Dee, so I'm glad that you are.
Oh, yeah, totally. It took me getting sober to even be able to, for 3 years, sat around in a puddle of my own tears, you know, thinking I could never heal and that life had handed me a hand that I would never, like, heal from, and, meanwhile, I was drinking and drugging. I mean, shocking that you can't heal while you're, you know
Sure.
so it was, but and then within about 4 months of being sober, I was, um I was able to, like, acknowledge and be like, "Oh, my mom is dead, right? She's gone." That's what people do. If they get old enough, they die. And, she was a great mom, and yes, you did all these great and you got to have all these tremendous experiences that most people will only could dream of having with their mothers. And, I was able to and now I'm like, I'm on the other side of it. I'm able to have this
Wow.
conversation with you, Christina, without doing what you just did.
Without crying. I'm sorry. It's just sometimes I think that I just lost my dad 2 weeks ago, so
Oh,
I think
Jesus,
I'm
I
a
didn't know that,
little
my God.
sensy right now, but I didn't have
Oh,
that kind of
wow.
relationship with him that you had with Kay. But you
Right,
knew my
right.
dad very well,
Yeah.
our whole lives,
Yeah, I'd
but
seen him throughout the years, and he wasn't around, it wasn't a staple there, but I would see him.
no. But it's
Yeah.
like
I'm so sorry.
I'm just like, this is my first parent. It's like a weird thing,
Yeah,
Mm,
fuck yeah. So this is your first experience with that close of someone
yeah.
losing someone that close.
But I
Yeah.
That's
wasn't,
intense.
I didn't have the kind of, he wasn't a K. There's not a lot
Yeah.
of people who are a K. Sorry, I'm
Well,
gonna
Roger wasn't a K either, and when I
Roger
lost
was not a
him,
K.
it was
But
not a K, not even close. But for a year, I was not like when I was with my mother, but I was a mess for a year. It takes like a year, I think.
Well, because there's unresolved stuff with the person sometimes. You know what I mean? And it's like it just
Yeah,
brings up all the stuff all of a sudden, like the stuff that you were trying to ignore or not want to deal with. Now that they're gone, you're like, wait, it's all here. What do I do with it? That's like a whole other process.
exactly. Luckily, I didn't have too much remorse because I told my mom everything 'cause, it was Alzheimer's. I mean, it's not a quick. My dad he was having sex with his girlfriend and had a heart attack and was gone. So
What a
that's a
way to
different
go.
thing. With my mom, it was, so I was able to, do all the things and say all the things.
You
But,
sure?
I remember trying to mourn after, like I said, and being, kind of anesthetizing myself. And I remember having conversations with my brother, and she's like, "You don't know." And they were like, "Well, yes, we do know. She's our mom too." Just the crazy kind of
Well, you didn't
crazy
want to
shit.
accept it,
Yeah.
and anyone would go at lengths to distract themselves from having to do that. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
incredible heartbreak.
No, it
she
was tough.
probably
It
spent
was
more time with you than your siblings, kid, for 11
Oh,
years.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
by
you
far.
guys
I
had a
mean
different
All
type of
day
relationship.
long, every
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they all know that. I mean, we joke about that, but yeah, they knew that, we were together. We were the closest. That's just the way it was.
Support for Messy comes from Function. We've talked about Function before. Let me tell you why we chose Function. Because it is the best in the world for testing. It's an all-in-one health platform with over 100 advanced lab tests covering your entire body, which is 5 times more than the results you would get from your average physical. I'm talking comprehensive and focused tests on critical biomarkers. It offers tests twice a year, and they're available across the US, and they're super easy to use. Listen, I have been to many different doctors trying to do different blood tests across the board, and then you kind of have to gather them and have them bring to all the different doctors and compare. So now you can get all of these results in one place. And to kick off summer, Function is sharing their Long Live campaign. Long Live is a celebration of the everyday moments that make life worth staying healthy for. And for me, this means long live my hormones that are plunging in my 40s. Long live my energy for my 2 young boys. Tests that are included in the Function membership are mastering stress. So we're talking your cortisol and DHEA-S levels. They can evaluate how your body responds to stress and how to build resilience. There's tests about food and emotions, which measure your insulin, your vitamin D, because we all know diet affects our mood and energy. There's tests that can help you increase your motivation, right? So we're testing your magnesium levels, your B vitamin levels, your iron. These are things that fuel our brain function and boost our motivation. And then hormones, like I talked about, which is all the rage right now, right? So let's get our hormones tested with Function. We're talking testosterone levels, estrogen, prolactin, anti-Mullerian, like DHEA sulfate. The sky's the limit with the information that you can get to live a better and healthier life. So in the spirit of long live and taking control of your health, get a $100 credit towards your annual membership at www.functionhealth.com/messy. Again, this is a $100 credit and it's only for the first 1,000 listeners, so hurry and get in there. Sign up at www.functionhealth.com/messy. Support for Messy comes from Sleep Number. There's 3 reasons why a Sleep Number bed is made for me and is probably made for you. You can personalize your comfort with a Sleep Number bed. I don't know if you know this. So I'm talking you can personalize your comfort on your side. Because you all know if you share a bed with a partner, usually more times than not, one of us likes it cooler, one of us likes it firmer. Now you can literally control your side of the bed and change it however you like. They also help you stay cool if that's what you're needing with their Climate Series smart beds, which cool up to 20 times faster than any leading competitor. And another reason, it helps you stay asleep. Believe it or not, this bed responds to you all night, like as you move around, and adjusts to your body and your needs. I cannot think of a better situation when you're going to bed. You will sleep just right as well with their True Temp bedding, which is designed to move heat and humidity away. How incredible is that? You cool literally at the touch of a button with the dual temp layer that can be added to any bed, any side, again, and all Sleep Number smart beds feature their cooling layers for soothing sleep throughout the night. So why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side. And now it's a Sleep Number Everything smart bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during their Memorial Day event, which is up to 50% off. And this is a limited time only, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
So it took getting sober to be able to mourn her properly and be on the other side of that. I'm just, really grateful.
How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing good.
You look good.
Doing better than ever. Thank you. Even with my gray.
I can't even see with my glasses.
Men, when they get gray, it makes them more handsome and distinguished. You know what I mean? It's so annoying. I just spent so much fucking money today covering up my gray fucking hairs.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could just pull it off like a dude.
It looks really good.
Oh, thank you.
It does look good. How are you guys doing? I should say before we get into, how are you all both right now today doing?
You should have opened with that one, Dave.
We have MS. I love it.
No, it was a joke. It was a joke. It's a joke.
How are you?
It's a joke.
Yeah. How are you guys doing?
Disabled.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it a tough day, easy day for you, Christina? As far as just very just
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten out of my bed yet. I shall at some point. So we'll see.
Okay.
I walked to the bathroom earlier and
that's great.
There you go. Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses.
Oh, okay. Do you guys now? I know there's different types of MS, right? So different. I wouldn't say strain. It's not a strain, but different levels of. So
different way it manifests for people. It just presents itself differently. Yeah.
And I heard you mention that you have yours is how did you describe it?
Relapse remitting.
We both have relapse remitting.
Relapse remitting. You both have relapse.
Yes.
Yes.
Our
yes.
lesions are in different places.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So mine are all over my brain. And Jamie, you can explain yours.
Oh, got it. So you have the exact same type, but different areas of the. Okay, got it.
Yeah, and there's some common things that people feel, like fatigue. For women, bladder issues is very common. There's something called drop foot. There's spasticity, like things, but we could feel it in different muscle groups or in different muscles. For instance, I don't have anything in my upper extremities, my arms, my back, my core is very strong. For me, it's my bladder and my legs. And I've had it 24 years, and it is very slowly progressed over these 24 years. And we're relapse remitting. Like, I'll have issues, a flare, it'll get a little bit worse, and then it'll plateau for a good amount of time. And so I've had a very different experience than Christina, because while it was difficult that I kept it a secret for 14 years and felt like I was in a race to like beat it and like still be an actress and like hide this, and it completely took away from every part of me being a good actor, because I was just trying to cover up myself physically. So it was it's different type of pain and devastation. But I've come to this point where I've accepted my disability in a way that I never have. And doing this podcast has truly been the reason why.
Amazing.
And I think because of it, I'm sort of like now learning who my authentic self is, because I'm not trying to like cover up whatever the fuck I am and however the fuck this is showing up in my life. You know what I mean?
So 10 years you've been completely out about it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much. 8 or 9 years. Yeah.
And you, Christina, how long did you keep it a secret?
I couldn't keep it a secret.
Yeah.
You were like right out.
I was in the middle of shooting. Mine came on January 2021. I had numbness in my toes. By June 2021, I couldn't walk to set. And people took pictures of me in a wheelchair. And at that point, I didn't even know I had MS yet. And so I had to say something. I had to say something because I was limited, and it went down really fast. It was like just some numbness in my toes. And then the next thing I know, I can't walk from my trailer to set. And so for me, it presents knees down. I'm in excruciating pain pretty much all day long. There are days that it's less excruciating. I'm always going to say this, that like people go, well, don't you have good days and bad days? It's like, I have bad days and I have less bad days, but they're always pretty bad. I'm just getting more used to it now and learning how to navigate it, and learning what helps a little bit. And when I say, I'm loosely saying helps, because there's nothing that really does take away the neuropathy that I feel. So that's where Jamie and I differ, because I'm in like this kind of pain that's like real el fuckoed, but it's really bad.
That's what I've heard.
But it's like hot lava when I walk around, no matter what. Even if I'm having a good day, it's like hot lava. But I don't want to. Well, this is your Jesus Christ, Dave. Don't interview us.
Well, he asked.
I'm kidding.
Don't worry.
I just wanted, because I want people to hear you.
No, I know.
Well, just
they've heard our shit.
I mean, I want to say coincidence is a weird term for this, but I mean, I've been going to race to erase MS since its inception, when it was actually a race back 30. So this will be the 32nd year in May. They actually had me come on stage along with like 5 other people that have been going from the beginning.
Wow.
But so Nancy Davis, is a friend, and I don't, I'll be going again in May, but so I've been able to learn a little bit throughout the years, but I've at least helped raise some money. Put it that way. I bought my first dog there for $10,000.
Wow.
I like had a couple drinks. They were like, they brought this like lab around, and they were like, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And like, anyway,
I get it.
Sophie, you remember Sophie?
Yeah.
Greatest dog in the world.
Yeah.
Ever to this day.
Aww.
I just got a new puppy. I'm like, this little puppy, he's driving. Ooh,
Defouse.
He's about to break my spirit.
As they do.
Exactly.
He's cute though. Have you been, Jamie, to that event?
I have been a couple of times, and I actually got an award one year there, which was
That's right,
really
I remember that.
lovely. And I got to have my parents there and some friends, and I got just an opportunity to basically, I think it was one of the first times I actually really spoke about my
Yeah.
experience and my journey with it, and it was definitely an important moment to me. So yes, I'm a big fan of that event, and they raise a lot of money for research.
I'd love to go deep, Faust, because you asked me, but I always have to be able to say to people, I have to be able to cancel like an hour before. If I can't walk that day.
Yeah, of course. They totally get that. I'm sure they get that.
They have to get it.
Of all places, you'd hope the research.
They'd be like, come on,
pull
it together, kid.
God damn it. I knew she'd be like this. I've heard nothing but bad things.
Oh, that's funny. Well, how are you today, David?
I'm good. Yeah, I mean, like, it's probably the best decision I've ever made, sobriety. It really is.
Wow.
Congrats.
Is that what
I
you
have
say?
real friends.
You say, go get him, kid.
No. Do you say congrats? Like, what do you say? Like, I want to acknowledge and like be like, good for you.
Yeah,
like, what is?
If anybody, it's like, look, people joke about that. I mean, there's no congrats. I mean, it's either like there's a bus coming and it's barreling at you and it's going to run you over. So if somebody jumps off, what do you say to them? Like, pretty smart move jumping off the fucking, I don't know. Like,
wow.
I guess,
wow.
But it's something that, you got to do for, but yeah, I mean, like, the gifts, besides just saving my own life, the gifts of like having a relationship with my kids, getting up, like I'm the morning guy. I do the 6:30 a.m. like household shuffle, which by the way, before I forget, Christina was essential and probably the reason that I have my child is in the school that she's in, which is probably rated the number one school in elementary school in all of California. Yeah. So like, that's Christina's doing, and my son will be able to go there because we just live a mile outside the district. Christina, was essential in getting the school I'm in, and we love it. It's a great community. We're still there. Like I said, my son will go there when he's 5. But the point is, I have a relationship with them. I'm the morning guy. Like I never, I get up at 6. I'm like, coffee, get the kids up. Like, let's roll, let's go. My weekends are spent fully present. If I'm not working or something, I'm with them, and we're going. Because a weekend was, not every weekend, but weekends were an excuse to like go off the deep end, and then you don't have a weekend. Then there's nothing left with your kids, and then you're like listening to them play, and you're not involved, and that shit's heartbreaking. As you become a parent, you hear your son, saying "daddy, daddy," and you're not able to like, it's horrifying. It's horrible. I don't have that anymore, and that alone is a gift. Like I said, not to mention my life being saved, that I'm here, I'm alive. I get to see Katie. I mean, I see her all the time. We see each other, and other great people. And I have a great, group of friends, and I'm helping other guys, and it's quite a gift. Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. I say it's probably it's the greatest decision I've ever made in my life. I mean, besides having my kids, it's the greatest decision I've ever made in my life.
Well, I have never been happier.
Yeah. And Christina, got to see it. She got to see it at the bloody end there. I mean, like I said, when my mom died, that 2 years was when I went off the food. And then I was, I had this catastrophic water damage in my house. I was moved out. All this was going on while it was a dark time, man.
Yeah.
I so want to look at that time I got to spend in Laurel Canyon, because they put me up in this beautiful house in the canyon.
Which is when I saw you.
I so want to be able to look at that and go, man, that 9 months we got to spend put up by insurance and that beautiful. But it was without a doubt the darkest year of my 51 years on this planet. Like, without a doubt. It's like I still shiver when I like look back at that time. Like, ooh. But I'm glad I shiver, because I want to shiver. Like, I don't ever want to forget, what that was like.
Support comes from Calm. Do you ever feel like your mind is running in a dozen different directions at once, like mine? Like when your thoughts are scattered and when even the smallest decisions can feel overwhelming. I live this way a lot. But let me tell you that just 5 minutes a day with Calm can help you slow down, clear your head, and make choices with more confidence. Calm is the #1 app for sleep and meditation. It's giving you the power to calm your mind, which can then change your life. We all face unique challenges in our daily lives, and that's why Calm offers a wide range of content and programs to help you navigate life's ups and downs. They have guided meditations, ones that can help you work through anxiety and stress. There's ones that can help boost your focus for work, build healthier habits, take better care of your physical well-being. They have sleep stories, sleep meditations, calming music, which I use with my kids all the time when they're whether having anxiety before bedtime or lots of questions are coming up. They also have grounding exercises that can help you reset and relax when you're feeling overwhelmed. They even have expert-led talks to help you handle grief, improve self-esteem, improve relationships, and more. The Calm app puts the tools you need right in your pocket, literally, so stress and anxiety relief is always within reach. Calm has an exclusive offer just for our listeners of our show, where you'll get 40% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/messy. This is an amazing value. So go to calm.com/messy for 40% off unlimited access to Calm's entire library. Calm.com/messy. And tell Calm you heard about them from us.
Dave, I'm so happy. Like I'm looking, like I really, how much I love you.
I love you too.
And this isn't like poor buddy and getting a harp out. I'm just really happy because, I was there and I love you and you know that. And I'm always here for you and I'm your sister and I always will be your sister.
I know. And I appreciate everything you did at that time too. Even though, it was difficult, but I appreciate all your help through the whole thing. And I'm just really grateful. And here I am, on the other side of it. We're never really on the other side of it because we all have, I don't like to I know a lot of people who are in program and things like that refer to it as a disease. I tend to believe there's a lot of factors that, I don't call it a disease for me. It is a dis-ease, but it's hard for me to call it a disease when I don't know. I just have a hard time.
It was a result of a choice you made. I could see
a choice
why,
I was making, and there's people dying of bone cancer. There's people who have MS. There's people who have. So it's hard for me to call it that. Many people would be like, "Fuck you! It's a fucking disease,"
Sure. But there's a root cause of why.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't want anyone to be listening to this and think that like what we're saying is that it becomes a choice. Because it's not a choice. Some shit happens.
I know, but the more I get sober, the more
are you feeling
I'm
like it's a choice?
The more I get sober, the more I can be rough. Like I see dudes like on the street, these able-bodied, fit white men, and I just want to be like, "Yo, get it fucking together, dude. Like, let's, at some point, I don't know, but I had to make the choice because I was going to end up on dead or on the street, and
I think it feels to me like you're taking responsibility, which I totally respect in this. And I think is a huge part of like acceptance. But I think also and can be true is like Christina acknowledging, but there was like a deep, deep wound that you didn't put there that, caused you to not have the ability to, make a better choice than maybe you normally would have, and I think that I think both things can be true.
And thank you. But addiction, it's something I've looked to different levels. I've been, dealing with all my life. It was when my mom died that I went over the top. But, everybody has trauma, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we can't use that excuse to just carry. Well, who's to say my trauma, the person on the street's trauma is not as bad as mine, or mine's not. It's like, at some point you got to go, you know, here's where I'm at. I want to save my life.
Yeah.
I have others to worry about. I've got a family. I've got to be a member of society. I've got gifts to give. I've got things to do, but anyway, again, it's, I feel, put it this way. I have a lot of compassion. Like I said, I work with guys. I have the utmost compassion. I know it all. I know
Of course.
the worst parts of it. And I know the gifts, that can happen. So
I was going to say, I have,
yeah, I'm still waiting for the cash and prizes, but other than that, it's great.
I don't think they're coming. But I do have a friend who became a really, really bad heroin addict. Really, really bad. Many years ago.
Do I know him?
I'm not going to say the person's name. We can talk offline about a few things. He made a choice. He was doing an experiment. He was obsessed with a certain author and made an experiment. That was his choice, right? He had no reason to dive straight into being a junkie. So that was his choice. When I hear the word choice, I feel like it's a safety net, I think, for addicts who have gone through trauma. It's like, how else can I feel okay? I don't know how to feel okay. And I don't think that's a choice. I think that's why they call it a disease, is because it kind of isn't your choice. It's your way of going, how do I compartmentalize what I'm feeling and what fucking shit my parents did, or what fucking shit like the uncle did, or what fucking shit, like, how do I have a safety net?
Yep.
As opposed to making a choice.
Well, I really appreciate you speaking so candidly and really beautifully about like sobriety, and I know I can hear how fresh it is for you. I want to acknowledge the choice that you've made to be sober and to really like sit with some really hard shit. And I've just really appreciated, and I think you're an amazing storyteller, like father, like son. I really enjoy listening to you tell stories.
Thank you. Yeah, well, thank you guys so much. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's the greatest choice I've ever made. I have great people around me, edging me, like Katie, Christina, and it goes on and on. And I'm just grateful to be alive and to have the life that I have right now. I'm really a lucky dude.
Amazing.
Straight up. Yeah.
I'm really lucky to have you as my brother, and you're always going to be my brother. I mean, I'm 53 and we've known each other since I was 15 years old. You're my life. We've spent a lot of life together, kiddo.
We really have. We were together a long time. And it is, amazing it really is amazing that, I mean, I talk to Ed probably every couple of weeks on the phone. I talk to you at least every couple of weeks. If not, we're at least texting. I see Katie all the time. Like the fact that all four of us are still like as communicative as we are, and are still as tight as we are, it's pretty rare. Cause like Ed was saying when he did your podcast, it's like, you say, and you mean it in the moment. Hey, I can't, but most of the time when you work with someone, you're family. And then, it's you maybe run into them somewhere, but you don't really stay in touch the way we think we're going to when we wrap a project.
Yeah.
No, we're family, Dave. And
we are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's no getting away from it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I don't know if you know this about your sister over here, but she has a pretty cool party trick.
Okay.
So basically, we're going to ask you to share 5 of your favorite movies. They don't have to be like the 5, but like 5 of your favorite that you could watch all the time, that if it's always on. You've heard
this. This is hard because I've known him for my whole life.
Did you do it to Ed too? I didn't get to hear the end of Ed.
Yeah, she did it to everybody.
Did I do it to Ed?
I
did it to Katie. I did it to Katie, and Katie cried. But
so is it 5
5 movies.
5 movies that I just like
that you could watch over and over and over again. Don't think about them, just tell them.
Okay, I didn't rehearse this. So Goodfellas.
No, you can't rehearse it. No, rehearsing makes it dumb.
Goodfellas, Mel Brooks, To Be or Not to Be, don't know why. Over and over again. Jaws, No Country for Old Men, I don't know. And sorry. And
don't be random.
I don't know. Midnight Run is up there. I don't know.
Holy shit! Really? Okay, now you guys talk while I decide.
Okay.
Wait, that's a horrible. I feel like I need to give you 5 more.
No, you can't judge it.
You just
can't
gotta
judge
trust it. You gotta trust it and just let her do her thing. Did you know she had this talent back in the day?
I did
I
not.
wasn't doing it back then.
Until I listened to Katie's
Oh.
episode of this podcast.
I started doing it when I
wow.
was in the Pussycat Dolls, and we were sitting around and in between shows at the Viper Room or
But
something.
I feel like I was poking around in the dark on the last couple, but I'm sorry. I'll let you run with it.
You're poking around in the dark. You can't do that. Midnight Run is one of my favorite movies too. It's totally fine. You guys talk for a second.
So I will fan out on you a little bit more. So my favorite thing one of my favorite things about The Sopranos was like how kind of every season they would bring a new villain in, right? They would bring in like a great villain for the season. And I think my 2 top favorites, and I'm friends with one of them, and the other I got to meet through Ed, actually, O'Neill, David Proval.
What a talent.
Oh God, that character was just fucking brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, woo!
Yeah.
That was just a tremendous arc. I mean, so good, so dark, so heavy. And then my other is my friend, Joey Pantoliano.
Of course.
That was another dark fucking run he did there, wasn't it?
You're right. They both played some nasty men.
Joey was saying that like he never watched it like after. That was a dark run, and he said he had a really fucking hard time sleeping for a long time after doing that.
I could imagine. He had to do some pretty fucked up shit.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that was a lot for Jim at the end of that run. He couldn't do it anymore.
I bet.
It took a lot out of him, man. Don't forget about the workload, but then the type of work you're having to do.
I'm so glad I did like his only comedy with him. So it makes me very happy.
Well, I know. I heard you say that. Well, I heard Katie say that when you asked Katie, Jamie, on the show, like, what's something that you kind of a dream or something and she said, of all things, that she'd like to do a sitcom again.
She did.
And one of the things about that, and I knew this was coming, and she said it, the schedule is completely different. To be on a show like The Sopranos or many shows that Christina's been on, like, to have that, to be a lead, to have the kind of speeches and dialogue that Jim had on that, and to have to do a 12-hour day and to go through the kind of vigorous shit you have to, and then go home, memorize the next. I mean, that's a lot of shit to do. That's a lot of work. Sitcoms, it's not that way. You rehearse all week. Your first few days are light.
It's fun.
Yeah,
you're memorizing the same shit all week long, and they may tweak a line here and there or drop something or change it, but you've already got the base of it. So by the time you get to Friday night, it's like doing a play. You're already locked and loaded.
Or which I like to call vaudeville. But remember when we got down to like literally 3 days a week of work? It was 3 days.
Wow. Because you were just so
5 hours a day, like maybe 5 hours a day.
Wow.
3 days a week and making bank.
I know. But they showed.
Dead to Me was like 18 hours. Like the first 2 seasons was like 18 hours. And then I got sick and I was like, hey guys, I got to cut it back to 12. People were like, wait, 12? You're still working 12? I'm like, that's like a dream. That's like a vacation. Thank you. All right, I got something.
Okay.
This is hard because I've known you for, okay. Number 1, I'm going to be funny. You wish you were taller. Okay. Number 2.
Yeah. What's that for one? What's that? For what show? Which movie? Oh, yeah, I wish I was taller.
The whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing, yeah.
I think you don't give yourself credit to be a hero. Like, you come up to being a hero, and then you're like, no, I'm not good enough to be a hero. I don't know, think about it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm still working on my superpower. Yeah. Superhero powers.
I want you to find.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's okay. And he's sober, guys.
I'm sober. Imagine if I was high doing it. God.
That's what I feel. I feel like.
Well, it's not over yet, man. There's so much story to tell.
Get your cape, Faust.
I know. I got to get my cape. I'm working on it. I'm crafting it. I'm tailoring it. I'm short, so we came very long.
I'm knitting.
There you go. I'm working on my cape, and yeah.
I want you to have a cape.
Work on that cape, man.
I'm working on it. I love you guys.
Oh, we have to pull
Love
a card.
you. I'm going to pull a card if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
I could talk to you all day, Faust.
No, this has been a true joy. I've loved this conversation so much. Thank you so much for joining us. It was so nice to
say it was in the
chat
top
with
10
you.
episodes you guys have ever done?
I think so.
I think so.
I really think so.
Actually,
I was
no.
actually thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I was like, this might be one of my favorite interviews we've had.
The most comfortable, loving,
Yeah.
yum. Yeah. So, Faustino, you win this one, superhero.
I did that. Just put a notch in my cape.
Mm-hmm.
It should. And then take this advice, my friend. We all will. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Be patient with yourself through this process. You're on your way, my friend.
Did you just pulled random just now? Love it.
And so it is. This show is executive produced by Christina Applegate, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, and Allison Bresnick. Our audio engineer is Josh Windisch.
And if you want to show us some love, don't forget to leave the show a rating or review. Hi, it's Jamie. Thanks for listening. I just want to let you know I am a paid spokesperson for Novartis, but this podcast is independent from my collaboration with Novartis.